Welcome back to Weather Center Live. It's time for your tropical update. I'm hurricane specialist Dr. Greg Postel with the latest on some interesting developments in the Gulf of Mexico. Let's have a look at what we've got overall in the tropics to show you that it's generally pretty quiet. We've got a little bit of a disturbance, a tropical depression there in the eastern Pacific. But let's turn our attention to the Gulf of Mexico right under our nose. There may be something that's trying to get organized here just a couple hundred miles south of the Florida Panhandle. In the visible satellite loop over the last 6 hours, you can kind of see a little bit of a swirl here, counterclockwise swirl. And what it really is on closer inspection is a mid-level spin. It's probably about 10, 15,000 feet up. There's no evidence of a surface low pressure yet, and I'm not sure there's going to be one, but there's something interesting about this, that you have that mid-level spin, and that is underneath some upper level winds that are kind of flaring out in the opposite direction, kind of like the normal high pressure system that you see aloft with developing systems. So it's got some aspects that want to keep me watching this closely, but there are other things that tell me it's not going to develop. And if we look overall, we do see that the pattern is generally unfavorable. In fact, there's a pretty strong surface high pressure system just off the coast, east coast of Florida, and the surface pressures in this area are really high. They're higher than your normal reading on your home barometers. They're like 1,017 millibars, so that's pretty high. So we also have an upper level low that is just to the south of that is bringing some easterly winds on top of that. And so with all those put together, those are some of the ingredients against development, even though it looks kind of interesting on the satellite. But now here's another way of looking at it with our enhanced satellite view. You can see all these bright colors that kind of flare up and then fall apart and then flare up again. We'll probably see this again overnight tonight, and it bears watching. But as I said, the good news is right now we're not seeing low pressure at the surface. We're not seeing a big circulation near the ocean. If you look at the buoys here, I've plotted our wind stream graphic with the buoy winds and the wind directions, and you can see the winds are generally going along in the same direction from east to west all across the Gulf of Mexico. None of these winds are particularly strong, and again, the good news is that we're not seeing a well-defined circulation there. But with that all said, I still think it'll bring some showers and thunderstorms perhaps to the northern Gulf Coast over the next 24 hours. Let's watch this as we move through overnight tonight and tomorrow. Again, northern Gulf Coast here, Panama City, Mobile, places like that could see some more thunderstorms in association with this disturbance as it generally moves off to the west. Tomorrow, Friday afternoon, it looks like it kind of is still unorganized, but bringing some showers and thunderstorms along with it. So overall, I think the prospects of development are not good, but it is close to home and it's got some interesting appeal, certainly as we look through the satellite imagery. Guys, back to you.